coin collection books with dates, a 77 and a green light with the self-publishing Titans keyword niche score tool. But what's the big mistake here? The big mistake here, actually there's a few mistakes in the process and your thinking when you're doing your keyword research, is first not really understanding what the self-publishing Titans tool is telling you, and also thinking that every hobby that you find in the list of hobbies over on Wikipedia is a good option for making a low content book. Not that this is a bad place to start, and I covered this here on the channel, and I'll put a card up here where it talks about looking for lists of hobbies and finding good book ideas. But the thing here is you are in the research phase, so don't forget and get too excited when you find an awesome score for a keyword like coin collection books with dates, and you get a green light and a 77, and you know that the green light means that you're good to go. But what you have to understand is the tool itself. When you go over to Self-Publishing Titans and you look at their first Chrome extension, which is the BSR's Niche Data and Keyword Research Chrome extension, if you click here to read description about Chrome extension, it'll explain exactly what the Chrome extension is and what it does, but you need to understand, and I'm going to highlight here, you can't simply rely on just how many results and some BSR data. What is the result in BSR is good, but every book on page 1 has a ton of reviews, or most books have some low price that you can't really compete with, especially with no reviews and no ads. So does this mean you shouldn't create this book, or you should create this book? And what in the world is even in this book? So you've discovered coin collecting through looking at the list of hobbies over on Wikipedia. You found this great keyword score, and you scroll through and you start to look at these books, and you realize that these are books about collecting coins. They're not low content books. So how and should you continue to research this niche? Well, I can't tell you yes, I can't tell you no, but if you keep digging, you will find that there are books in this niche that are selling. But should you try to compete with them? Are they selling enough books? Does it make sense to go down the rabbit hole of this niche? Well, again, I can't really tell you, but what I can show you is the place where you can actually find the book that you're looking for if you wanted to create a low content book in this niche. And you do that by simply changing this to books. And at this point, you can see the keyword niche score now is 63, but we've changed it from all to books. So this data is going to be a little bit skewed. So we're not really focused in on what SPT and the Chrome extension is telling us. We're scrolling down to actually go into the format of paperback, because creating paperback books is the business that we are in. So now we're scrolling down and we're very focused on looking for a book that we can make in the form of a low content book. And what we have here is a sponsored book. This book has a BSR of 1,247,249. But what I'm focused in on is the title, Coin Inventory Logbook. Let's go back to Amazon, go to All, enter Coin Inventory Logbook. Now you can see the keyword niche score of 24 from the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. And you might be thinking now, absolutely, this is a big mistake to go down this rabbit hole of coin inventory and coin inventory logbooks. But should you stop your research here? Well, a simple scroll is going to show you the sponsored books, and then once you get down past the sponsored books, you're going to see some of the other books. And here on this page, you're going to see something very interesting. You're going to see 4 coin inventory logbooks, but 3 with some interesting BSRs. The first one of 97,832 and 114 reviews. According to the BSR rank sales calculator over at TCK Publishing, that's bringing in about 3 sales a day or 49 sales a month. The book has 114 reviews, again with a 5-star rating. It sells for $7.99. It is a 120-page book. The Tangent Templates pricing calculator shows us 120 page count at a list price of $7.99 is $2.50 royalties in the US. So is it worth it? Is this a mistake to create this book? Yes, no, maybe. This is part of the journey that I'm on, that you're on. This is why we look at niche research and we think about, should I create this book or not? As I'm going through my list of hobbies and I'm creating ideas. But here's the thing. if you want to go down this specific path, then you might want to know something about log collecting and if people actually use these types of books in their log collecting. Of course, there's 114 reviews and it had 5 stars. So probably it is a pretty good seller because people are happy with it, they're leaving reviews, but this also speaks to the passion of the people that have this hobby. So I'd say at this point you need to do some more research. Go to Google, type in coin collection, you see coin collection, value, books, supplies for sale, storage, appraisal, album. How about log? Coin collection log. Here you're going to see the top result for this is actually over at Pinterest. But you also see people ask, how do you keep track of your coin collection? The answer is like a notebook or folder. So I haven't nearly gone deep enough down the rabbit hole to understand log collecting and coin collecting. I don't even know what the inside of this book looks like yet. And again, this is all part of the journey and the process of niche research. And that's what I'm going through here with you, is just this idea and the thought process of, should I make a book? Should I not make a book? And it all starts based upon this score, specifically when you were using this Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension, which is marvelous, by the way. And I seriously thank them for making it, but don't get caught up in just the one value that you get, because I actually see this a lot over in their Facebook group. And again, another great resource, but people will show this score and they'll ask, should I make this book or not? Well, the answer is you can't determine it from that one value. The green light is great, but you still have a long way to go. And this is the biggest mistake that you're going to make when you're doing niche research. And again, the mistake is not using the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. That's actually a really good idea and highly recommended. And I'm actually going to leave a link in the description. You can check that extension out if you don't already have it, because it will save you a lot of time and you can find a lot of great ideas. But at this point, all you have is a number, an idea, and a whole lot more research to do. So go back to Amazon and the coin collecting inventory logbook and simply click on it. Take a look inside. Of course, the front of the cover shows you exactly what is in the book, but actually dig in and take the time to understand what is going on in the inside of this book. You're going to see that there's a page here that's not on the cover that's going to have different blocks for different information that matter to people that collect coins. Next, go to the reviews. You see that it's 4.8 out of 5 stars. So then simply take a look at some of the reviews. Of course, these are the 5-star reviews. I haven't used it yet, but I like the format. Really nice, great way to organize my coins. Good for inventory. Here's a very interesting one. Great layout. Only thing that would be better is tear out perforation. Of course, you can't do that in a paperback book printed by Amazon, but it gives you some ideas. Maybe you could simply design your book and you could make it where you move the table over and you put a little pair of scissors or an image and you make a dotted line so people could realize that they could cut the page out, and you give them enough room to actually remove the page from the book just simply from this one review where someone has stated they would like to be able to tear the page out. Of course, you can't do that in a KDP paperback book, but what you can do is you can put that dotted line with the little scissors to show that, hey, this page can be cut out and I've designed it so the table is actually a little left of the spine, and that could be part of your design and make this book more unique. Go back to the search results for coin inventory logbook and simply keep scrolling through and take a look at the covers and the designs and what covers and designs are resonating based upon the BSR and the reviews that you see here on the search pages. And don't make the mistake of thinking that you can go too far off the beaten path in this niche, because it's pretty obvious that people are looking for something quite simple. But take note of this one, coin inventory logbook, with an actual image of coins, which has a decent BSR as well, but also has 57 reviews. And again, this is part of your research. So don't make the mistake of not clicking on these reviews. And when you get inside of these reviews, one thing that you're going to find here, and another big mistake that you might be making when you're doing your research, is not really understanding the layout of the book. And again, going back to the idea of what coin collectors are looking for. Look how this book is printed. The pages are actually sideways, and you can see this got a 5-star rating. So back to talking about the mistakes, and specifically the mistakes when you're using the Self-Publishing Titan tool, is to just think that you've made it when you've hit that green light and you got a number like the 77 when we were looking for coin collecting books based off the coin collecting hobby, and not digging deep enough and understanding the people and the books they're looking for. This is what you need to understand, and this is what you're doing. You're creating books for real people that are actually going to use the books that you create. And in my opinion, this is the biggest mistake that you can make when you're doing niche research, is not taking time to understand the people and the book that you're creating for these people and what they really want out of your book. And it's not all about just what the score says from the Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension. Again, thanks guys for creating the extension, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to get some more insight into KDP low content niche research, go ahead, click on the video you see on the screen right now. Watch that. Look forward to seeing you over there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.